Hi, I'm Bron Johnson from Completely Inclusive, and I wanted to give you a quick tip today when it comes to acceptance in the workplace when we're talking about inclusion, diversity, and accessibility. So I really like to see workplaces that are focused on a results-only workplace, that we work on deadlines, we give a certain amount of structure, but not to be too strict into how that all comes together. So I like to kind of categorize people and different kinds of workers and then accept that they work in different ways. So I'll use the analogy of travel. So let's say we have a deadline and everybody needs to get to this deadline, so we'll consider it, let's say they have to be at Tokyo Friday by noon, and this is about 3 weeks away. You're going to have people who are going to not do anything other than buy their tickets, and they will get on the plane approximately 15 hours before the deadline. They'll get on the plane and they'll arrive Friday at noon, as long as their plane's on time, of course, but let's just pretend. There's going to be other people who are scared of flying, and they like to take the train. So they're going to take a much longer journey. That means they need to leave much earlier, and they need to take little bites of their journey along the way. So you can use that analogy of people who do a little bit of work in little bits and pieces, and you can see their journey, you can see their progress, you can track them, and they will arrive Friday at noon as long as they've left the appropriate amount of time. And so the people that might take a boat, doesn't really matter. But the point is that if you put somebody who is terrified of flying and you make them take a plane and you make them travel that way, they're really not going to enjoy that process at all. And if you take a plane flyer who wants to get there fast, who just, doesn't want to spend all that time sitting on the train waiting and waiting and waiting, they just want to get to their destination and be there on time. If you try and make them into a train person, they're going to be so bored on that trip, they're going to hate it. They're going to want to get off. They're not going to be at all productive. So the point is that if you take somebody, appreciate on how they like to travel, same way that appreciate how they like to work. Barring if costs are relatively the same, there's things that we have to consider when we're working with other people. I understand that. And you can have concessions in place so that the plane person can show you progress of their trip, show you that they've made their reservations, show you that they've packed their bags and that they're ready to go and that they show up at the airport on time. And the train people, you'll see their progress as they go along. If there are any delays along the way, the train stops, you'll be able to see that and have them communicate with you as well. But try not to force one to be the other. If they don't enjoy it, you're going to kill productivity, you're going to kill motivation, and you're just not going to have happy employees. So that's my little tip for today. I love to use that analogy a lot. I hope it simplifies things for people. And once again, I'm Bron Johnson. I'm the founder and principal consultant of Completely Inclusive.